clicking on my video trying to see why I look a mess. Seriously though, let's transition. First by putting some on these crusty lips. And then we're going to jump right into hair. I did perimeter braids only to make this install quick and easy. Everything else is just in a ponytail. And I applied a net on top to make this install last longer. This is an old Quickweave that we're going to sew on as a Upart. Following around the head, we're just going to sew on all perimeter braids until it's completely sewed on. And I'm not going to really show too much of this because I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of Upart wig installs on this platform. Next, we're going to be adding a pop of color just to spice it up a bit. If you want to see a tutorial on how I got these specific colors, let me know down in the comments. I'm really thinking about doing this color all over my head, but I don't know yet. I proceeded to style and lay my edges with Murray's pomade, followed up with Sebastian Shaper Plus hairspray, and then tied it down with some wrap strips. If you would like to see how I layer and curl my hair, you can check out my heavy layers tutorial. I'll have it linked down below in the description box for you to check out, but that's exactly how I got these gorgeous layers and curls. The only difference was I didn't leave them pinned up very long, so it had that loose peacock look, which I really loved. It was my first time getting that peacock effect, but the hair is complete. Let's move on to the lash extensions. These are the lash clusters that we'll be using. It comes with the bond seal, tweezers, and remover, and 3 trays. But this here is the secret to lash extensions at home. It comes with the brushes and these applicators that are on the left. Remember those for later. A glue ring, replacement top, and openers. And baby, I was going for the full-blown experience, so I got all of these accessories. I'm talking water bottle, shampoo, fan. I feel like a real lash tech. Don't play with it. Alright, so first we're going to get those lashes nice and clean with that shampoo. And it feels so funny doing this myself. But so soothing at the same time. I feel like this step made a big difference in my outcome of how good my lashes lasted. And once I had them nice and clean, I used my cute little fan to dry and make sure they were all the way dry. Now it's a time to apply the lashes. All I did was squeeze some of the glue out onto the tray and I dipped each piece into the glue. Now like I said, this glue is the secret. Do not use the glue that comes with the lash extensions. I'm sorry, no shade to the companies, but that glue does not work and you wake up with your lashes on the pillow. And ain't nobody got time for that. This glue is going to be more like the glue they use when you go get your lash extensions done, except for it's not strong and potent. Your eyes will not be burning, your eyes will not be red. No irritation at all. It's very DIY approved while still giving you that hold. I was able to work quickly because the glue got tacky very fast. I dip the lash and hold it for about 3 seconds and then just stick it right on. This is how my first eye was looking. No problems, I felt good, nothing was irritating me. I do my lashes in 2 layers. I do the base mapping and then I go in and add a little definition. If y'all want to see how I do my mapping more specifically, let me know. I'll make a video on that. This is the first layer and you will see once I go in and add those longer lengths, the definition and how it just takes it up a notch. Those applicators that I told you to remember in the beginning, I used that with some of the glue to go underneath just to seal that in, and baby, these lashes did not move. Went to sleep and woke up with every lash intact. For lamination, I used the Ariana New York Brow Lift Kit. When you open it, it has the instructions pamphlet, an eyebrow brush and comb, and all the products that you will need. Every product that I use in this video will be linked down below in my Amazon storefront, so don't forget to check that out so you can get these exact products. The next step was to add Vaseline for skin protection, so I applied that all around my eyebrows. Following that step was to use the brow glue. I probably should have used it, but it said it was better for coarse and unruly downward eyebrows. Clearly, I fit that scenario, so I don't know why I opted out of that step, but I did skip that step. Next was to go in with the number 22, which is the stinky egg smelling perm. Making sure not to apply too little and not too much, and then I applied saran wrap. I left it on for about 8 minutes. To check it, I caught myself doing like the eyebrow text and do the little swivel, little swiggly motion. Baby, it didn't give. So I think I needed to leave it on longer, but I went ahead and took it off because I want my eyebrows to stay on my face. I wiped it really good and made sure I used the little scraper tool that came just to make sure you get all the product out. And then I went ahead and went in with the number 3 applicator, which is the fixation. The fixation helps with the semi-permanent result, making it last longer, up to 8 weeks. Apply a generous amount, brush it through, and then apply the saran wrap and leave it on for 8 minutes or 6, depending on your texture. After 8 minutes, this is what we were looking like. Fried, dyed, and laid to the side. I went ahead and wiped out all the product. Make sure you use the scraper to get all the excess product out. I took some cleanser and a cotton round and made sure all the product was out and nothing was left behind. And then the last and final step is to add the nutrition oil to get that moisture back into your brows. Now it's time for some shaping, and I do want to apologize because I just could not do this on camera. So I went in the bathroom up close and personal and shaped up my brows, and then I came back. I'm so sorry. Don't kill me. It was either y'all or my brows, and I chose my brow. It was at this moment that I kindly exited to that bathroom. Alright, so we have made it to the end, to the tinting process, which was pretty easy actually. So all I did was line my brows how I wanted them to be. And I know it's a little uneven, but my eyebrows are naturally like that. I've even let my eyebrows grow out for a whole year, and one is just higher than the other. It just is what it is. My face is not symmetrical, and that's okay. So we are also using Ariana New York, but the tinting kit, it comes with black, brown, and a developer. Since my eyebrows are dark, I use mostly black and a little bit of brown and mixed that up on the little tray that was provided and applied it all in between the white chalk. Starting from the tail, working my way inward. At first, it's going to look like you're not applying anything, but as the product starts working, it's going to get darker and you'll be able to see everything that you're doing. For the very front of my eyebrows, I just went in with the leftover product so it can be an ombre effect. I cleaned up the shape a little bit more, added product to any parts that I needed to. I got a little nervous for the parts that were really sparse in my eyebrows. I was thinking, oh my god, it's still skin showing, it's not getting darker, but it ended up all tinting and I came out with beautiful brows. This is my Selfcare Maintenance at home transformation. Save them coins. The inflation is killing us, baby. We could do this ourselves. Look at this. I became a brand new woman. It's hard to believe what I look like in the beginning to what I look like at the end. Stay tuned for my at-home nails and toes. Until next time, bye.